Stop. Oh, the red light's on.
Hey.
They're actually there. Here.
All right. Hey, when'd y'all get here? You know, it's just tickling each other with a peacock feather. That's what we do all week.
That's how we keep our joy. That's where our bliss comes from. But now we put away the peacock feather.
Oh, no.
Oh, just temporarily. It goes here in this arrangement.
Okay. Are you arranging me?
Oh, no, I was just thinking of adding
add
a
it to my
peacock
hat.
to it.
I wish you could.
I could fashion something.
Would you?
Later.
We'll have a whole hat making episode.
Oh my gosh. One Sunday we should get out all of our hats. They're everywhere all over the walls.
Show you all of them.
Wow, that'd be fun.
I know. People have asked if we sleep in hats, and
sometimes
we do.
Sometimes.
You know those cute little nightcappy things, you know, like that Rip Van Winkle, you know, yep. Yeah, those long
with the
stockings.
little thing and the ball on the end.
Yep. Yep. We used to sleep in, you know, shower caps when we had the rollers on. We slept in rollers.
Painful, those days of rollers.
Thank God, those are days are
miserable.
gone. We're just, you know, settling in while people are streaming in to the show. We are so happy to be back with you all and so honored.
Welcome back.
Actually, the show's been picked up by a web streaming service called On Now. So who knows where this thing can go. So we love it. We love it. We love it. And we're so thankful and grateful to all of you for tuning in and being with us. It's been such a wonderful journey, and we love all of your messages about where you're watching and what it means to you.
And your pictures of you watching and your dogs watching.
Oh, man.
We haven't seen any cats watching.
Hello. Need some cats watching.
You can't make me watch them.
Yeah.
You can't.
I don't think so. But although we had the feather thing, they would watch that. Yeah, they would watch a feather.
Oh, right. We could tease the cats with the feather, and they might watch. Okay.
Okay.
It's another week.
We'll have a whole cat episode. But for now, here we are. People coming in. Thank you so much. This is our 12th episode of Sundays with Bliss. Thank you so much for being here. And we want to start the theme for this week is it's kind of bluegrass Americana genre.
Bluegrass-acana.
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 And we're going to celebrate the daddies this week for Father's Day. And we're going to keep celebrating this beautiful movement of love.
Transformational movement that's unfolding.
And we're going to continue to call in healing for this country, especially that we can be wise and respectful. And so all this goodness we're going to call in this week. And we're going to start with a song that is in gratitude of you for walking beside us.
Yeah, we're all walking through this journey together right now, and we feel you walking beside us, and we hope you feel us walking beside you too.
Yeah. Dress as sheep and smile has lost its honesty. There's a river of purity flowing deep through you and me. What I offer is something real, no inside that's comforting grand, always ready to extend my heart and my head. Open invitation to dare your side. Be a song on the jukebox that you play 3 times. Be your book of verse, a never-ending jug of wine. With your thoughts and your peace of mind. Be the swing on your front porch, the flame that lights your torch. Summers walk down a shady lane, endless vows of rain. When the sun comes out again, not just your fair weather friend. I'll always be here for you. I'll walk by your side. I'll walk by your side. I'll be by your side. Champion for your cause, show you the winnings when you think you've lost. Be the pen you fiercely embrace as you fill the clean page. Through the years I'll be there, keeping the rock in your rocking chair, and you silently be quiet as well. Be the angel hoping to miracles come true. As you wish, I'll follow through. I'll always be here for you. I'll walk by your side. I'll walk by your side. I'll be by your side. Oh, we are to each other, oh, we've been as the morning sky embraces the sun that never let go of your hand. Always be here. Here in the rock in your rocket, here in the rock in your rocket, here in the rock in your rocket chair. Yes, we will. We
And
promise.
yes, so many people are, so I'm thinking, I know of all the people walking for and by out on the
Thank you,
streets.
thank you, thank you. Thank you for waking up to another person's pain and trauma and standing up and saying no more. People from small towns and, you know, even NASCAR and country music and it's just, thank you, thank you. It's never too late to dream again, and it's never too late to wake up and say, I see your pain, I'm so sorry, and I won't be a silent witness to it. So thank you so much, everyone.
And the fact that we can keep widening and lengthening the streets, you know, so everybody come on in. We all need each other more than ever, and I also want to recognize the first responders too, because the things, it's not over, and things are, you know, getting a little more intense again, and so they're going to be, second spike, and they're going to be called up and into it even more again, so they're walking by our sides as well, so faithful in their service. So thank you, all of you who are on the front lines, protecting.
And thank you to everyone who is, you know, doing all they can do, you know, making sure to social distance and
Yes.
to wear a mask as often as you can, and if you can, and staying home if you can. So
That's truly walking by each other's side, because
sometimes it's not walking, it's staying.
Yeah, but in the sense of sticking together and standing up for each other and with each other.
Like daddies do.
Yeah, like daddies do.
So here's to all the beautiful...
Happy Father's Day to everybody who's a daddy. This week has been Father's Day, and so we give thanks. And I definitely want to give a shout out to my Poppy and this, and to your dad. Yeah. And so this song is for all the good dads out there, and we're grateful. We're grateful for all the good guys who stand up in their strength and their truth and in their tenderness. And so this next song is for all the dads.
Superman.
The Superman.
Here's a song for the unsung heroes, men who don't need fortune or fame to make them proud. He earns his respect with fairness and heart. His honor and integrity set him apart. He's a king among men, man of his word, always willing to help another. His favorite part at the end of the day is coming home to his kids to play. So if you're looking for Superman, thought that the good guys were gone with John Wayne. Here's to the heroes who seldom get praise. Fathers that do the best that they can, men who earn the name Dad. You can bet he'll be there consistently. There's nothing comes before his family. He's the boss all day after work, Coach Dad, trying to give the love that he never had. His little girls feel special as his boy always wins. No one will listen. You can talk to him. He tells the best stories when he tucks them in at night. He somehow makes them feel that everything's gonna be alright. So if you're looking for Superman, thought that the good guys were gone with John Wayne. Here's to the heroes who seldom get praise. better life and fight the good fight. So if you're looking for Superman, know that the good guys will come with John Wayne. Here's to the heroes who seldom get praise. Fathers that do the best that they can, then who earn the name Dad. Yes, fathers that do very best that they can, then who earn the name Dad.
Happy Father's Day.
Your daddy was quite the trickster, wasn't he? And funny and
Playful, strong, fearless. So
my
many
daddy
things.
was too.
I
Wasn't he?
know,
Yeah.
actually, a lot of the
Pretty-
same qualities.
Imagine that.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that from the, like it's a feather theme this week, I'm realizing. You have feathers on your ears.
Tickle, tickle, tickle. I just like to tickle myself. all
It
the
fell
time.
off
Yeah, it
during
did.
that song?
Yeah. And that's no lie.
Oh.
I know.
Oh, but sometimes there
Some-
are lies. That's a
Well,
cue
I
for
mean,
this story?
little white lies. Well, this is like, we were talking about our dads and our favorite dad stories.
And I asked Amy, what's your favorite story about my dad? Because I've told quite a few, and she's witnessed quite a few. And so she chose this one.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to share it with you. Sometimes I just tell it, but this was originally written, and so I think I want to do it this way tonight, just to not miss any details. It's very important because there will be one spoiler alert here. There was a police report filed, so you know the details need to be correct, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why I'm reading it. But this is a true story, and there's an untruth in here too. All right. This is called Make Believe Merry-Go-Round.
Little Nene.
I was kidnapped by Led Zeppelin in 1976. Now, apparently, the bicentennial wasn't exciting enough for me because I filed a police report that I was kidnapped by Led Zeppelin one June afternoon of '76. I was sitting outside of the chiropractor's office waiting on my dad, and while he was inside getting an adjustment to his spine, I was outside adjusting my mind, playing that electronic Merlin game and setting up the scene. As you may remember, the Merlin game sets off a series of beeps which you try to reproduce. This, of course, was the mind bender of the week, which I, of course, had to have for my 8th birthday a few days before, which by this point had become terribly mundane and, of course, was driving my dad insane, thus the chiropractor session, thus my tireless exaggeration of the afternoon's events. Do, 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 do. Hey. I never heard Merlin make that sound before. Do, 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 do. And I realized, of course, this was a Morse code from the aliens sending me on a mission to the dollar store to pick up a pack of wild strawberry Hubba Bubba bubblegum. Of course, right? Never mind that the dollar store was a half a mile away. Never mind that my dad was not privy to the fact that I was sneaking off to play. Never mind finding me missing would put him in shock. The aliens wanted me to blow big bubbles that wouldn't stick when they popped, and I was the chosen one. Do, 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 do. You guys should do that. Let's try it again. Do, 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 do. I chanted the anthem all the way to the dollar store, rattling my 35 cents as I squeezed through the door and shuffled my way down aisle 3. Lifesavers, now-laters, candy, cigarettes, good and plenty, M&Ms, Hall's mentholyptus, sweet tarts, red hots, Laffy Taffy, almond joy, bit of honey, sugar daddy, juicy fruit, Lucky Stripe, bubble yum, freshen up, Bazooka Joe, Hubba Bubble bubble gum, grape, watermelon, orange, cherry, regular peppermint, wild strawberry. Do, 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 do. It was a 20-yard dash to the cash register. Off I went. Oh, I tiptoed to reached the counter and smacked down my 35 cents to claim my prize. Never mind that my 35 cents was to pay tithes on my allowance in Sunday school. I was a missionary for the aliens. What was I supposed to do? All at once, I couldn't remember the golden rule. I tried to remember it as I headed back. I bet my daddy is worried. I thought between pops and smacks. The milk carton on the ground made me pick up my pace. I was a missing child. Renee! Renee! I could hear my daddy calling for me, and I started bawling. I picked up my speed through the hubba bubba into some trees, and I fell like a rag doll into my daddy's arms. He squeezed me so hard I thought I would faint. And when I looked in his eyes, I felt a moment of shame. But then he asked, "What happened, baby? Tell Daddy what happened." I wanted to tell him the truth about the aliens, but I wasn't sure if it was my imagination. What happened? What happened? I was kidnapped by Led Zeppelin. It was the first thing that came to my mind. Oh boy, I'd really done it this time. You were kidnapped by who? I couldn't meet his eyes. Led Zeppelin, I replied. Next thing I knew, the police were on their way there. My dad was covered in electrodes, sitting in a chair, trying to induce a state of calm. Meanwhile, the chiropractor was asking the receptionist to call my mom. Oh my goodness, this was going to be a very big deal. I was sitting there counting conniptions when the police came in asking for a description. I had to change my story at this point. I didn't think it could hurt. So I simply explained that the assailant was wearing a Led Zeppelin t-shirt, yellow and black, with a concert tour on the black, designer jeans with holes in the knees, blonde straggly hair, Doobie Brothers belt buckle, and he had a bad case of acne. He grabbed me from behind, I began to confess, pulled me in back of the chiropractor's office and over a fence. Then he dragged me through a field behind a neighborhood. Now the details were really getting good. He kidnapped me all the way to St. Rita's Catholic Church and was just about to attack me when my Wonder Twin powers activated and I kicked him in the knee in flip-flops held together with duct tape. It happened in a nick of time, but before it was too late, would you believe that somehow little old me managed to escape? Would you believe that?
It's like Home Alone.
Would you believe the police believed me? Everyone believed me. I believed me so much that I testified at the revival service that night how God had spared me from being abducted in a Ford LTD. That was a new part. People started praising the Lord, and they started praising me. And it was like, I felt like a cross between Anne Frank and a little Gandhi. But I realized it had gone too far. Is it a sin to pretend? I wondered on the way home in the car. I asked myself again and again. Well, if it is, I decided, Mr. Rogers is going to hell too then. But somehow that didn't make me feel any better. At 8 years old, at least I could make up my own mind about my shoes and my sweater. I didn't know then that Mr. Rogers was just fickle. I only knew I'd gotten myself in a pickle, and the only way out was to tell the truth. As I lay there in bed, I started to cry. Instead of counting sheep, I was counting lies. I slid down the stairs 3 at a time, found my daddy was up chasing a Valium with some chocolate milk and watching late night. I had given him the biggest scare of his life, and he was holding me on his lap so tight. All at once it seemed that the lies I had told were a burning volcano, and my heart ready to explode. I can't sleep, Daddy. I'm afraid to tell you how I feel. What are you talking about, honey? What I told you wasn't real. About Led Zeppelin. He looked puzzled. And that painful mirror in my daddy's eyes as I spewed out all my not-so-white lies. But you know what? He accepted my apology, and he kept it between me and him, and he never brought it up again. He just asked me to promise I would use my imagination to write stories instead. So this story goes out to him, to my dad, Honey Steve, who rode the merry-go-round of make-believe with me. Oh, by the way, Dad, there's just one more thing you should probably know. There's some things we never outgrow. Led Zeppelin was informally acquitted of the aforementioned charges and will star in an upcoming after-school special, Celebrity Kidnappers Rehabilitated, guest appearance by Mr. Rogers, sponsored by Hubba Bubba. Hubba Bubba. Do, 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 do. Thank you. All right, I'm going to pause for a minute, but from my heart, thank you, Dad. Thank you, and happy Father's Day to all the daddies.
All right, celebrating the bluegrass. Bluegrass Americana. It's an old American folk song. We learned from the Canadians. Down in New Orleans. Why do you do it? We're on the railroad for a dollar a day. We're on the railroad for a dollar a day. We're on the railroad for a dollar a day. Having my money, having my pay, having my money, my pay. It's so hammered, ring like silver. It's so hammered, ring like silver. It's so hammered, ring like silver. Shine like gold, shine like gold, shine like gold, shine like gold. To the captain, I was running. To the captain, I was running. To the captain, I was running. thousand bars have flown. Ah, away to a home where joy shall ever roam. Ah, away, away, oh glory. Ah, away. When I die, hallelujah, bye bye. Ah, away, away, oh glory. Ah, away. When I die, hallelujah, bye bye. Ah, away, away. Woo! Hallelujah.
Yeah. Well, your whole family worked, including your dad, worked on the trains.
On the railroad, the L&N, the Louisville Nashville Railroad.
And your mama?
Yeah, and my grandpa.
Yep.
And my uncle. And my second cousin Leroy. I'm just kidding. But a long line of railroad workers. We're going to do 2 railroad songs back to back.
Yeah.
This is a Jean Ritchie tune. And she is a Kentucky native. And this song reminds me a lot of the Appalachian culture. And this is about, changing times. And, we're in the midst of changing times, letting go of old ways, seeing new ways come about. And that unknown can be a little daunting, but there's also great hope and great potential. And I'm going to plug in.
We were just warming up.
Yeah, that was like the intro.
That was the intro to the intro.
Mm-hmm. Like the talking music used to give your
I
daddy.
know. You just gave talking music for that instrumental costume change in front of everybody.
Exactly. That's what it was. Just a curly-headed baby. Daddy set me down on his knee, saying, son, you go to school, you learn your letters. Don't you be no dusty minor boy like me. Where the coal carts roll and rumble past my door. Now they stand in a rusty room. They'll teach, 'cause the yearning don't stop here anymore. Yearning don't stop here. cold carts rolled and rumbled past my door. Now they stand in a rusty row of old empties, 'cause yearning don't stop here anymore. Yearning don't stop get my payday like I'd done before. And old kazoo vines was covering the doorway. There were leaves and grass growing up through the floor. I was born and raised in the mouth where the cold carts roll and rumble past my door. Now they stand in a rusty row of old empties, 'cause the yearning don't stop here anymore. Yearning don't stop here. Yearning don't stop here. Out with the old ways and in with the new.
Boy, there's so much of that. I believe that's what's happening right now, don't you?
Mm-hmm. So we'll say goodbye to coal, and we'll say hello to solar energy
And wind.
and so many other great alternative energy solutions. We, Hazard County, Kentucky, I don't know if he still is, but they had a gay mayor. And so we say...
Well, you don't mean, you don't know if he is still gay.
Well, I
but
mean,
you
the mayor,
like, you don't
if
know
the
he's
same guy.
still the mayor.
If it's the same guy.
Actually, we don't know any of it.
No, well,
Right?
we know that at one time. Yeah,
At one time.
Yeah, who knows, right. And they just had a wonderful, large protest, a rally in support of Black Lives Matter.
Beautiful. So many small
So,
communities did.
Let's invite in more healing, light, and more healing
Unity.
love, more openness, open
yeah.
hearts, open minds. Everyone's included. No one's excluded at all.
More
And-
feathers. I'm tickling your feather. My feather's tickling your feather.
Wow, it's
All right.
getting deep. It's getting
Look, we have arrangements, feather and floral, and we know what to do with them. And now we're going to take a quick break and come back for a couple more songs. So we'll be right back.
And thank you so much for all of your comments
And your likes, all the thumbs up,
yes,
and all the ways that you're showing your love and support to us and for us.
Thank you for your CD orders for our new CD. It's been wonderful, and we're doing our best to get it out there. And thank you so much for being a part of our lives, and for tuning in and for sharing it with your friends. And just know that we're all in this together, and there's, again, great hope and possibility for what's to come.
And thank you for your help and outreach to us and helping us, get through this time. Like we said, 1 to 2 gigs are opening up potentially a month, but that's about it.
We're not going to do any indoor gigs. I'm not even sure if that's going to become a possibility, but if it is, doesn't feel right or safe for us to do that.
And that's for you, that we're not just protecting ourselves, but that just doesn't feel right. But
Don't
often,
want to invite you into a space that would potentially threaten your life. So that does not feel right. Renee has very sensitive lungs, so she's kind of, vulnerable to this virus. So we're just, we're trying to take care of ourselves and you. And so we won't be playing out.
And while all this is, it's just, we're finding out about it little by little, what's opening up, what isn't. Sometimes a gig will open up 7 hours away and they'll say, hey, we'll have you, but we don't have any other shows around it. So we can't make a 14-hour round trip just for that one show. We wouldn't even cover costs. So we're reinventing ourselves, and thank you all for being with us and helping us through this time.
To all of our angels.
All of you, just with all of our hearts, thank you. Bless you, bless you. May you be blessed abundantly. We'll be right back. All right, well, I feel like in front of everybody I need to apologize to you. Is that okay to do this like in front of and with everybody else?
Sure.
So I'm sorry that I scared you today.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, so Amy was out working in the woods today. Thank you, though, for everything that you did. It was really sweet. She takes care of a lot of the outside stuff because of my allergies and everything. So that makes me even feel worse. But anyway, so she was out there.
It was pretty bad.
That my allergies?
No, what you did.
Oh, okay. I feel like everybody knows now. Okay. I just need to get this apology out, so I'm really sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Okay.
I forgive you.
Okay. Thank you. Already? Yeah. She forgives me. Okay, so let me tell you what I did because I feel better, and I really am sorry. Okay.
It was kind of scary, though.
It was scary. Okay, so she's out, and she's had this beautiful, peaceful experience, and she comes home, and I'm listening to death metal really loud, like the entire house is blaring death metal.
It's like a horror film.
And she came in and she's like, "Ow, what are you doing? What are you doing?"
So loud.
And I paused and I was like, "The edifice of tyranny." I was listening to the edifice of tyranny. That's why I said edifice of tyranny. And then I had to explain why was I listening to edifice of tyranny. I was listening to the edifice of tyranny, the heavy metal music, because I've been researching how to get rid of carpenter bees. Turns out they don't like death metal, especially if it's really, really loud. So I got rid of the carpenter bees. Well, I haven't heard them since.
Turns out I'm a carpenter bee.
Turns out Amy is a carpenter bee, and she was scared, and she almost fled.
I did flee.
But I said, we need to do this show. You need to get back in here, and here she is.
Not until you turn that death metal off.
The edifice of tyranny. We need to find a way to segue out of this. So.
Speaking of the edifice of tyranny,
okay,
we will rise
from
the edifice of tyranny, and you are forgiven. And we're going to do a death metal song as a
dance party. Probably not, but that'd be That'd be crazy.
Well, I tried that once, and I really put my neck out.
Oh, you did?
Because there's a lot of head
Church
banging.
on the Rocks, you head
Remember that night? Yeah. Oh, my gosh. I was really head banging, and I was like sore for like 3 days. So you really have to lumber up before you head bang. Did not realize that.
You learn a lot. If you spend an evening with us, you might learn things you did not know. Now you know how to get rid of carpenter bees, and you know to limber up before you head bang.
Yeah.
See?
Maybe we could do like a exercise video for death metal.
That would be like an exorcism video for death metal.
Ooh.
Something like that.
I like it. Next episode.
Stay tuned.
Next episode. That'll be our theme. But we are going to rise.
Yes. Rise
from the edifice of tyranny.
And feathers help us rise.
Whoa.
I know. Sometimes the theme just keeps teaching us as the show goes on.
God. Oh my God. I'm not sure what I'm learning, but it's good. It's really good. I do know this much. This next song is an amazing song written by a local duo from Louisville who's toured nationally.
Sisters of Bliss, Griffytown.
Griffytown. This Griffytown song, and I think it's called Rise. And
Rise Up.
Yeah, Rise Up. And we love it. And
we love
so
you.
Together,
we love Griffytown.
Let us rise up from the edifice of tyranny. Welcome to our autonomous zone. Just to feel like home. Scars can be hidden like memories I'm forgetting, but a broken heart won't heal till I move on. I've cried for the babies, cried for myself. Every tear's a little part of you and me. I buried those I love, let them fly away like doves. A divine and awful mystery. My feet won't falter if I'm dancing strong. My hands won't ring if I raise them high. I won't cry if I sing all night long. I'm standing strong 'cause life won't shake us if we rise. Close. When thunder hollers down, I will hear. Oh, my love, come to me tonight. Mind me, I got nothing left to fear. Even on the darkest night, I will rise. Will you be by my side? Never mind, my love. Just a dream. Tell me, will you rise with me tonight? My feet won't falter if I'm dancing strong. My hands won't ring if I raise them high. I won't cry if I sing all night long. I'm standing strong 'cause life won't shake us if we rise. nothing left to fear. Remind me, I've got nothing left to fear.
And in the darkness, I'll see the light. When you rise up from the darkness, that's where you find the light. Sometimes down here, we can be beneath the clouds, and it looks dark and depressing. And as soon as, you know, when you soar up in the airplane, get above the clouds there, the sun's still shining. So we got to see the light. And to do that, we got to rise up.
I'll tell you what. Doing it.
It's happening. We're witness to it, and hopefully we're participating and we're showing up. And thank you for all of you who are, in whatever way you can. There's always ways that you can. And this whole show, you know, we've talked a lot about standing up for and with each other.
And this is a song that is for those who don't have a voice, right? And it's for those who are incarcerated right now. We'd like to just lift them up in prayer and in love. And there's a lot of daddies who are incarcerated right now, and some, you know, beautiful people, you know. It's really important not to demonize each other, but remember that we're all human, and we're all doing the best we can. And there are also a lot of, you know, innocent people who are incarcerated, but really we're all deeply, truly innocent, deep down. And so this song goes out to all of those who are behind bars right now, and especially a call for those who could be released because they are nonviolent offenders, or maybe they're just, you know, marijuana, you know, smokers, or, you know, dealers, and you know, just ridiculous reasons to incarcerate so many people, especially at a time when there's a pandemic and they could spread
when it's
the
dangerous
disease.
for everybody to be in there together. Yeah. And so you co-wrote this with your brother.
Yes.
He wrote the words.
Yes, Joe. And we want to send this out to Angie and her daddy, and to all the daddies. I wish they could be with their babies. I love her and she loves me. I need her in Bowling Green. I know she's thinking of a way to break me out of here. Just bomb the place and bomb the place and bomb me out of here. No task is too tall. Just break down these walls. Be in my arms tonight. I'm singing myself. Home Green, Kentucky, singing myself. Home Green, Kentucky, sitting in myself. Baby's still out there somewhere. I sure do miss her. If we never got caught, we'd have just thought, put some gas in the car. I wonder where you are. I'm sitting in myself. I love her and she loves me. I need her and she needs me. I love her and she loves me. I need her in Bowling Green. She loves me. I need her in Bowling Green. Bowling Green, Kentucky, sitting in myself. Bowling Green, Kentucky, sitting in myself. We sit in every cell of our being.
Oh, nice.
May we know that we are loved, that we will rise, and there is some sweet, sweet daddy love for us all.
And that we will walk by your side.
Yeah.
We'll keep being right here. Thank you for being here with us and all the ways that you make us feel so loved. We hope you feel so loved too. Oh, oh my gosh.
Comes in handy. I just like,
All right. So,
what?
Let me see it for a second.
Uh-oh.
Okay. It's okay.
Oh, okay.
It's all right.
It's all right.
Go ahead.
It's okay. Just talk.
Mm-hmm.
We love you. You are precious. There's a whole universe inside of you just aching to introduce you to an ocean of love and peace. Please, sit still with it and tap into it. You will know that the kingdom of heaven is within, and that you are evidence of the divine, and there is limitless possibility and beauty that flows from you and will continue to. What? always going on. And
tickle, tickle, tickle.
You tickle me sweet,
Tickle, tickle,
like
tickle.
feathers on feet, and it makes me want to dance. My body's burning. That's for another day.
Oh, it
Let's
is.
do that.
All right, we just came up with another theme.
Yeah, another theme maybe next week, huh?
Maybe.
Or something.
Until next week, you are so loved and you are loved. Mwah.